All right, guys. Dirty Mike and Beef back with another 4th and 26 Philly sports video. We talked about the Eagles and their preseason game against the Browns. Now I want to shift gears and let's talk about the Fightin' Phils. We got a pretty big week coming up, including the Little League Classic. Currently, the Phils hold a 2-game lead on the number one wild card spot over the San Francisco Giants. 3.5 games up on the third spot. And, again, we can't stress enough how important it is for them to finish with that number one spot.
Yeah, food's going to be incredibly important. Not to mention that the other teams are still breathing down their neck. You got the Cubs. I mean, it's nothing crazy right there, but there's some other, Cincinnati,
Miami, Arizona's
Miami.
only a game and a half back of us. So you got 4 teams within a game and a half of that final spot.
Plenty of teams still in contention. So there's no reason to take your foot off the accelerator now, especially with the Giants coming. I think they got to go to Washington first, and then we got the Giants. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we got 3 in Washington. One's the Little League Classic on Sunday. Which is on ESPN. Everybody definitely should watch that one. That's about as cool as it gets of a place to play.
It's fun. I've actually been up there before. It's a nice little. I've never been to the actual park, but I've been to Williamsport before. It's a nice little city up there. It really is.
No, I've never made it that far up there. I mean,
very nice. It's like middle. It's like central north. It's like I want to say a good 3.5, 3 out. 3 plus. I mean, it's above State College. It's like off 185. It's real nice, but
it's a hike.
It's great for a weekend though.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So we got 3 in Washington, which there's no reason that we can't at least win the series. Hopefully, sweep that to just stack as many games as we can for when the schedule does kind of toughen up. And we got the Giants for 3 after this series with the Nationals, and there's still a lot of games to play, but this 3-game set against the Giants can really go a long way for us to, almost wrap up this wild card or really put a stranglehold on the number one spot. It could be the difference between, maybe being tied coming out of that series or maybe being up, 5-6 games.
They want to establish dominance. You're absolutely right, especially the end of August. When we know that, if we could pull away from some of these teams big time, it'll definitely help our chances with that first wild card. Get a nice home game, home series against the third or whatever. Yeah.
We definitely don't want to leave it up to chance to one game to decide whether we get into the playoffs, because anything can happen in that one game. And, historically, the Phillies have struggled against ace pitchers. So, you got to think that if, they get into a spot where they're playing, the number 2, number 3 team for that one game, they put an ace out there, you never know what can happen. So, it's so important to at least guarantee yourself a series.
And the wins, you're right. And they got to stack the wins, too. The one that they just played yesterday against the Blue Jays, but, they split that series. Super duper important. That had to stop that 3-game slide. Kimbrel looked good. He came out and helped out with us, and get a nice little shutdown 8th. That was beautiful.
Bryce Harper hitting 2 home runs, finally starting to show some power. Historically, after those type of injuries, it does kind of drain your power for about a year. So I think by him coming back so early, he's kind of starting to round into shape now and, kind of peaking at the right time of the year, kind of just like he did last year.
Yeah, you're getting some good contribution from hitters, like Bryce. Castellanos is hitting again finally. Boom. Mr. Clutch, 2 outs, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, my God.
Yeah, we really got a lot in Bowman Stott, I think. I think we're going to get a lot more out of those guys than we, thought we were going to get. So
they play like Chooch. They remind me of like Carlos Ruiz. Dude, they're so clutch, man, with 2 outs. All you need is a sharp single. Can just clean the guys up in from second to third base, dude. Especially slow-ass Schwarber, my God.
Yeah, Schwarber.
Nothing wrong. I love Kyle. Love him to death. But, oh, my God, he'll turn a double into a single. It's terrible.
He really will. He's pretty much just a bat at this point. And, you know, after this season, I definitely see him moving to DH, and just let's leave him there. And hopefully, he's turned into Ryan Howard 2.0 at this point. Honestly, God, I mean, I think he may have a lower average than Ryan ever had, but the strikeouts are definitely right up there with him for sure.
God bless him. But you know what? He tries. The people love him. And again, if he can, like you were just saying, get hot at the right time,
yeah,
it's just like he'll get over 40 home runs. I think Harper's close to his 10th home run, which is crazy. But I know he had the injury history for all those months. Understandable. Stott looking great. You know, even like watching the relief, Soto was looking good. I mean, we need Alvarado back, and we never talk about if and when Rhys Hoskins might come back.
Yeah, you know, if you bring him back in the DH spot, yeah, you bring him back possibly for the playoffs, and that's adding another. You know, obviously he's not hitting his normal 30 home runs this year, but it adds the power back. I don't know what you can expect of him out of missing a whole year. He's going to definitely have to have some minor league time. But, you know, let's look down the numbers here. You know, Trey Turner's got it up to 250, you know, kind of like what we got from Castellanos last year. I don't think we got the best version of him. It almost seems like baseball needs like a full year to kind of get used to your new team and your surroundings. And then that second year is when you kind of take off. But, like Castellanos is having a great year this year, but you know we have Turner for a while, so you know I think he's going to settle in nice. Castellanos is hitting 278, Stott's hitting 297, Bohm's hitting 283, Harper 291, Marsh 281. I mean, they got some players that are hitting this year, and we're finally starting to hit some home runs. Foods.
Hey, it's good. I want a quick shout out to Topper. Happy birthday. I believe he turned 60 today.
Happy birthday.
So give him some love, and you're right. And also, it's nice to see the shift in the outfield. You were talking about Marsh. You were talking about some other folks that are hitting. I love watching the tinkering in the outfield because I'll tell you, it's nice to see Rojas out there with some speed. Foods. I don't want to see like
catch he made that diving catch he made.
Yeah, all like stiff running around. I want to see some smooth gliding out there, boy. I want to see Victorino running around out there.
Kenny Glanville.
Yeah, dude. I just want to see decent outfield play. You know what I'm saying? They look great. So I'm glad that they're tinkering a little bit. The first base situation, it's still it's a work in progress. I get all that, but it's with a little bit of Bohm here, a little bit of Harper there. It's they're working around it. It's okay.
And I think I completely made up this Kenny Glanville character. I think I combined Doug Glanville and Kenny Lofton.
Lofton from Kenny Lofton used to play for us, didn't he?
Yeah. I think I just combined Doug Glanville and Kenny Lofton into one player.
I liked Kenny Lofton. Lofton.
I like K Dizzle myself.
Well, that's what happens when you play in the outfield. We get a little punchy, so.
Yeah, you definitely do. But huge stretch coming up again. Now after this stretch right here.
Yeah, hit me with it because I know they're done. Come September, they got to go back to some crazy games.
Yeah, so we got the 3 with the Nationals, 3 with the Giants. Then we have 3 at home. We got a homestand coming up with the Cardinals and the Angels coming to town.
Okay.
They're definitely winnable series. Angels are hovering around 500. You always got Shohei to deal with, but you pitch around him, and you got some chances there. September, we got 28 games, so this is no way locked up. We got a tough series against the Brewers. We got 3 against the underachieving Padres that, they have a good team, and they just haven't gotten it together, and they're probably going to miss out on the playoffs because of it. And then we have 3 against the Marlins, 4 against the Braves.
Mm-hmm. A lot of divisional play in September.
Yeah, 7 games against the Braves, then 4-game series against the Mets, then the Pirates, and then the Mets to finish it off. But we definitely have a tough stretch at the beginning of September. 3 with the Brewers, 3 with the Padres, 3 with the Marlins, 4 with the Braves, 3 with the Cardinals, and 3 more with the Braves. So, I mean, that's a tough stretch right there, Foods.
It's a gauntlet. It's definitely a gauntlet. Let's get some chatter below. Let's hear what everyone has to say, what they think the Phillies' chances are. Because I honestly, they're in a good spot. They just don't take your foot off the accelerator, Doc.
I'll tell you what, if I look to one series that's the key to this, it's the San Francisco series coming up. If we can somehow sweep that series and have a 5-6 game lead, going out of that over a number 2 spot, that definitely affords a little bit of cushion if we maybe go 500 over that 12 game stretch right there against all those good opponents and divisional opponents. So some food for thought. It could put some pressure on us too if we lose that series to the Giants, and next thing we're tied or half a game or a game behind.
Dude, it's definitely some foods for thought.
It definitely is. So that's going to be the key series, but
and the Marlins in September. Don't forget. Yeah, well, obviously in August you're talking about the Giants. You're absolutely right. But the Marlins, you're right. Even the Cardinals. Nobody can be overlooked in September.
No, absolutely not. Desperation for sure. But we just wanted to touch on the Phils a little bit. We got a day off tonight, and we start the series with the Nationals. Hopefully with a win tomorrow. All right, Beef, thanks for joining me with that. Guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We will be back with another video shortly, most likely a full-length podcast with a little bit different format we're going to be trying out. We're going to get a little more structure to the show. We can ramble from time to time over an hour. Being friends,
no problem.
Being friends for 30 years, we can certainly go on some tangents for a little bit on these hour podcasts. So we're gonna look to get a little bit of structure to it, and we'll be back shortly, guys. Have a good one. See you later, Beef.
Yeah, you too, brother. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.